welcome back to the Random Squirreliness of randomness. So, today, back again, I have another guest, another fellow guest, James the Storm Sampson. Now, PCWF, ACWF, PCWF, ACWF, it doesn't matter, you were the Storm in all of them. What the hell brought these concepts together? Storm.
Well, you see, there were these two small promotions that were localized to the area that I was in and some of the surrounding areas, and I, being the wrestler that I was and the greatest that there was in the area, I was the first ever and longest reigning and only ever PCWF champion. But that, my friend, is a dead league of legends, because the Storm, the Reaper, the hurricane that destroys everything in its path, walked through PCWF and ended PCWF.
Right, but what, brought these promos about? What started them? Did you just all of a sudden wake up and go, oh, I'm going to start a promo?
No, it was a bit deeper than that. We had some good old boys that were into wrestling too, and sadly we never got to catch some of the greater matches. We had a few decent matches on camera, but nothing too great. There were definitely some matches that I would have rathered have on camera than what we did. Like my match with the Professional, he was a bit of a moron, bit useless in the ring, a bit too easy to throw around, and too stupid to even look at the chairs that were in his way.
You know, I heard that guy was pretty entertaining. The Professional, now, people told me the promos with him and the Storm, it caught him by surprise, but that's how it should have had. He caught him by surprise and there was a little bit of a feud, and that was kind of entertaining, I heard. And then you guys went to ACW. Tell me about ACWF.
ACWF was a promotion that started shortly before I got back from a bit of a hiatus from wrestling, and I was contacted and asked to be a part of their first ever championship tournament. They were bringing in this ACWF championship, and they wanted me to be part of the tournament. The management had heard about my work in PCWF, and they had a very prominent member of management who was actually a PCWF original, James Draken. He was on camera a couple of times with Mr. B, also known as Backslick, as a freaking moron. And he also kind of managed Josie, the clown or the Wolfman, whatever he wants to call himself, Mr. Steve Taylor, Mr. Russell.
I thought you were going to say Steve Tabernacle.
Mr. had to take a cue ball to my head to even get close to beating me, and wound up catching me off guard and winning that match. Not one of my greatest moments. It was kind of funny. He raised the belt, but he never actually won it. Kind of a little bit of irony there for him. But they brought me in for this championship tournament, and I walked in and I looked down and I said, oh, so you have this Turkey Man and this Professional and this Wolf Man and this bunch of morons that they just set me up with all these wrestlers that they weren't on my level. And because of that, the Reaper came, the Storm came, the hurricane that destroys everything in its way came in, walked out with the title, and lo and behold, another dead league of legends has risen and fallen at the feet of the Storm, just as all of them do. I was actually let go suspended without pay, as they called it. Later on, I decided to retire from wrestling for the time being and pursue other career fields. I'm actually your favorite cowboy, James Sampson. I'm singing with a
You know,
group
it's funny
called
you
the
said that.
Stony
You
Ridge Band.
you look a lot like him. You know.
Singing with some real good friends of mine. I just want to plug us. We're on Facebook at the Stony Ridge Band, so look us up. We're pretty great in my eyes, anyways.
As great as a professional.
I'm also involved in nursing. I'm a certified nurse's assistant, so I kind of broke into the medical field, which is kind of interesting, working with old people and referring to myself as the Reaper on video a couple of times, kind of ironic to me. But I also work construction off and on as well, so I enjoy keeping myself busy and working. Wrestling at the moment is just what it is.
So how many names did you have? You had, I know ACWF, you were the American Breed, James Sampson. And then PCW, oh, I'm sorry, let me, PCWF, ACWF, PCWF, ACWF. You
That's
were,
League of Legends, it don't matter.
it don't matter, but you know, tell me more about this professional guy. You guys got into a feud, and that was kind of, that was really entertaining for.
We got into a feud. At the time, Josie, or
The Wolfman.
Steve Taylor, whatever he was going by at the
Jesus.
time, wound up. We were in a feud because he hit me in the back of the head like a coward with a hubcap, and that pissed me off. So I was going after him. Next thing I know, this Mr. Professional, Mr. I'm gonna come out of nowhere, y'all better make way, comes out and starts calling me Susie Snowstorm or whatever the hell he said on video.
Sounds like a new star was born.
He showed up and he challenged me to a match, and by God, I took him to WrestleFest, and he stepped up a little bit, and I just kind of put him down, just like I did everybody else. I picked him up.
I will say I heard that the Wolfman kind of hit. You know, he was kind of helping you out a little bit because he wanted you to keep your title because he wanted to beat you for it.
He was angry at the time because this new guy just kind of stepped out, and we kind of put our feud on the side so that I could just kick the shit out of this new guy. So yes, the Storm Clowns were born, and we kind of joined sides for a minute. Me and my baseball bat, my leather jacket, black hat, sunglasses.
Who are you, Sting?
No, I'm better than Sting. Sting is a pitiful presence in my world that doesn't matter.
Sting, please challenge this guy. I would love to see this. Anyway, back to the action.
Second, Sting, if you're watching this, the worst thing you ever did was dye your hair and put on that makeup like a little sissy boy that thinks he needs to cover up who he is. That's why people like me and Stone Cold are so much better than you.
Are you gonna beat him up and steal his wife? Does Sting even have a wife?
I think so, but no, I'm not gonna steal his wife. I'm not that kind of a guy.
No, it's just Brock Lesnar.
Anyways, though, so you wanted to hear about what?
No, I just want to hear more about you and the professional. You know, I heard that, like I said, you know, this guy came out of nowhere. He's pretty entertaining with his promos. He got right to the point, called you out, and said, "Look, you son of a gun. I know who you are, and I'm going to take you on. I may lose, but I'm going to take your ass on."
Yeah, I'll give him one thing. He had the guts to walk into the arena that we were doing it out of back then. He just didn't have what it took.
Well, that's not what I heard. I heard he had what it takes, and he still does. But when a certain clown helps, with titles, and he gets a little angry, it could have turned into a triple threat, but, special referees. It happened the way it did, and,
So
it just,
what you're telling me is there's a future match for the Storm.
I don't know. This professional guy, no one hears from him, so he just went off the face of the earth, and
What's in that can?
Dr. Pepper?
Let me see it.
No.
Just let me see it.
No.
Hand me the can.
You spit my can, I'm
I'm
gonna
not
kick
gonna
your
spit
ass.
in your can. You couldn't kick my ass if you wanted to. You see, there's this funny thing about wrestlers and being in interviews. We all seem to have these anger problems. We seem to like to just kind of catch the interviewer off guard. But I'm a gentleman, and I like to warn people. But the professional, just like you, I put the professional down.
And I heard it was a jolly good show.